expect too much because life here is not a K-drama. I haven't seen a Prince Charming yet. Where are they? I thought, where's the Opadul? 없어요.
Connect. World peace. Let us introduce yourself.
My name is Eunice. I'm from the Philippines, and I'm currently living here in South Korea as a master's student.
And how long lived you in Korea?
I've been here for 2 years.
Why do you live in Korea?
First, during the pandemic, I got interested with Hallyu, with like K-dramas, K-music. And then my friend, she just introduced like studying Korean as a joke. She sent a message to me like, oh, you love K-drama so much. Maybe you should study in Korea. And then she was just joking, but I took it seriously. Because during the time I have so much time, because it was pandemic, I have more time than usual. So I was just searching, and then next thing I knew, I'm here.
You like K-pop or drama?
Both, I guess.
Both?
Yeah.
Which K-pop group you're best?
Yeah, 방탄소년단. Yeah, BTS. Yeah.
Yeah, I love BTS too. But then, why did you choose IHWA Women's University?
I was looking for the universities that are offering the course that I want to take, the major that I want to take. And then apparently there are not many schools who are offering the major that I want to take. And then I listed down the universities. And then I checked the curriculum. And then I found out that IHWA's curriculum best fits my interests. That's why I chose IHWA. And then later on, I found out it's one of the prestigious universities in South Korea. And then I think it's a women's university. I felt like if I'm moving abroad, like if I'm going to study out of my country, I want to feel safer in a way. And maybe being in a women's university makes me feel more relaxed.
Then now you feel really safe?
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh, don't worry. No, I'm not scared of men. Don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know this IHWA Women University. So I have curious. There are only women, or there are men also?
Full-time students are all women, but we are accepting men as well for exchange students.
And some professors are men?
Yes, some are women, some are men.
What is your major?
My major is development cooperation. It's part of international studies department.
Then after graduating, what do you want to do?
I want to work here in South Korea still. Originally, I want to go back to the Philippines the moment I graduate, but now that I'm here, I want to stay more. I want to stay more.
What make you to stay here for longer?
I would say it's because life in Korea is more convenient. Yeah, the transportation is convenient, everything. Like, you can go out and buy anything that you need. I think life feels lighter in a way. Of course, it's hard, but the living is better here. Why do I feel like you two are nervous?
No, we are not.
Are you nervous?
We are not nervous. Just we are concentrate on.
Oh, okay. Okay, concentrating.
English is not our mother language, so
Same.
we need to.
The process is loading.
So we are concentrating.
I understand.
Because we have to make the question. If we do not listen to you, how can we create the
question? Yeah. Okay.
We should.
Let us introduce your country. You can promote your country.
Oh yes, the Philippines. I think the Philippines is known as a country with beautiful nature, beaches, mountains, a lot of tourist spots related to nature. It's a country where everyone seems friendly. Like you can go to the Philippines, and even though you don't know anyone, even though you don't speak the local language, everyone will speak to you in a way like, oh, where are you from? What do you need? Are you lost? They will they will guide you around the place or the city. It's normal to talk to someone even though you don't know them. And everyone seems happier. That's how I will describe my country.
It's totally different in South Korea.
It's totally different in South.
Even though who is living the neighborhood, but we do not know. We never know who they are living. Even though we met in the elevator, we are awkward to greet each other. So yeah, nowadays South Korea is doing like that.
That's true.
I experienced it.
What is the biggest difference cultural things between Korea and Philippines?
In the Philippines, I would describe it as like colors, different colors. Actually, even our culture, we have a lot of festivals. We wear different color of clothes. Whenever we have festivals, we have like Panagbenga, it's like a flower festival. And on Christmas Day, it's very festive. I think in the Philippines, it's very colorful and lively. Here in Korea, it's more of a monotone. Everyone wears black, white, different shade of beige. And when I first moved here, my clothes are, of course, I'm from the Philippines. My clothes are pink and yellow, those colors. And then I came out and I'm like a highlighter. I'm like shining in the middle of like black and white. I'm like, oh. And then later on, I think my wardrobe changed because I don't want to, I don't want people to look, oh, too bright, too bright yellow, too bright pink. And also, people seems more serious. The clothes are monotone, and I would say life can be monotone as well. Like you go to work, and then you go to school, and then you go home. You go to church, and the same cycle. Of course, there are people who are having fun. There are ways to have fun in Seoul, especially, like in Korea. But I think people in here are more serious. They can be friendly, but it takes time for Koreans to open up to you as a friend. In my country, it's like instant. Even though we just met just now, even sometimes when I'm traveling far, and then I ride a bus, and then the person next to me will start talking. And then by the time we get off, I already know like the whole life story of the person that I was sitting with. It's like that. We're not afraid or we're not ashamed to talk to other people, even though we just met them. But in here, you cannot do that. People with 이상해, you will look weird in front of them. Like, who are you? Don't talk to me. It was like that. And also in the Philippines, even though not everyone is rich, not everyone has a lot of money, but even with the little money that we have, we are having fun. We can laugh even though we don't have much. But in here, I feel like if you don't have stable income, people feel depressed. They want to have really nice income and all that. And it's hard to be happy if you don't have money in here, I would say.
I think it's because they always compare to each other's. That's coming from their side.
The social pressure. Yeah.
It's the one of the reason to make the people the nervous and the anxiety because they're always comparable who are become a winner and who is going to be top of the people.
Yeah, everyone is like competing against each other. I want to be the best. I think Philippines has one of the lowest suicide rate. We're almost 0%, but in Korea it's the highest among developed countries.
Actually, I've been to the Philippines last years. I'm so surprised because there are a lot of people there everywhere. Whenever I go to the countryside, there are people and they're always smiling.
Everyone's like, hi, especially the kids. Have you met the kids?
Yeah, I saw that. Like they are so pure. So I'm even though like they don't have like something else, but they always know how to happiness. I'm so from there. So.
Koreans have one standard. They think we should be this standard. So because of that, I also wear dark and white. So, I also feel if I wear more yellow or pink, or everyone look at me and goes, oh.
That's true. That's true. I think everything is connected somehow. Also, if you shop, all the clothes available are black and white. You don't have much choice. Even the clothes shops don't have colors.
When I go to a festival, I wear the yellow shirts. So there are about thousands of people, but only me yellow. So, oh, so everyone look at me and why you wear yellow? Oh, you look so good. Oh yeah, okay. After that, I don't wear yellow. And then, what are the best thing and worst thing about Korea?
I would say the best thing would be, as I said, living here is convenient. And also, somehow the culture of Koreans, the pali-pali culture, some people hate it, but somehow I find it beautiful in a way that everything just works smoothly because everything is efficient. Whenever you need something, it's right there, like on the spot. Even Kupang can deliver like within few hours, right? And I think somehow the competitive nature of Koreans make me want to compete as well, but not with them, but against myself. Oh, they're doing so good. Like, I cannot just sit here and do nothing. I want to also improve myself. Somehow that's motivating me to work better. But on the other hand, I guess if you want to fit in too much, you feel pressured and depressed. So I think it's a balance. And also, I think Korea, especially in Seoul, it's a fun place to live in. I would say there are a lot of like festivals. I don't know, the government of Korea always comes up with something that is exciting for the tourists, for the foreigners. And I think the first thing, it's hard that most of the time you feel alone, maybe because I'm a foreigner and I live alone. But I feel like even though you have your family here, the Koreans that I'm like friends with, they don't really feel close to their family as much as I'm used to. Everyone is focused on themselves. So it can be a bit depressing to look at. But sometimes they can come off as racist. But I haven't experienced like worst things, but I've seen some who has like experienced discrimination. But I think it's only because Koreans don't understand them. Most Koreans can't speak English fluently, so they don't understand other cultures. But I think if you educate them, once you introduce them to other cultures, they start to open up. So yeah, that's why if people think can be discriminative or racist, yeah. So it's hard in that part. Some people are still close-minded.
But many Koreans, they don't need to learn other cultures. Now it's a little changing.
Yeah, it's changing, especially with the young people.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially with the younger generation, it's changing. So it's getting better. There is a potential or a possibility for Koreans to be more open-minded. That's what I thought as well. I thought like, at first, I thought they're very racist, like very, very racist. But I think as you get to know them and then you educate them about other culture, they get to understand. And then that's how I know they're racist because they don't know. And they are scared of talking with foreigners because of the language, especially if they only know Korean. That's why they're not very open-minded. But those people who can at least speak a little bit of English, they're willing to like have a conversation with us, and, like understand us better. So I think it's improving these days.
For me, even I had a good opportunity to go there abroad. So I realized really they're different. Even they are being themselves. And then for me, oh, okay, it is their ways. It is how they grow up. That's how they grow up. So I understand, I acknowledge their behaviors. Well, it was a nice time for me to have not only me also, but now they're going abroad many times, so they are slowly they can understand your cultures.
I also want to add, like, good thing, maybe not about Korea, but about Koreans. Once they set a goal, they do it. Whatever happens, they will try to achieve it. I think like Koreans are achievers. Even in studying, everyone wants to do well. That's why they're achievers. They're very smart. I think Korean kids are so smart. And that's why Korea is developed country, because of that mindset. If I have to do this, I have to do this well. High quality, I would say.
Because they go to the academy all the time, they study overnights. But I think that is somehow so stressful for their child.
I also have like experience teaching them, Korean kids, and then sometimes I ask them, oh, what are you gonna do after this class? I'm like, going to another hagwon. I'm like, I was surprised. Another hagwon, like, what time? Until what time? I don't know. Until night. Do you know what time do you sleep? No. They don't know what time they sleep, but they study until the evening. And then sometimes I ask Korean kids, oh, what did you do this weekend? Oh, we just do our assignment. We have swimming class. We have this. On weekends, they have sports class.
Wow.
And then on weekdays, they have the math class, the science class, the English class. Oh my goodness. They are going to school, and then they have after school, the hagwons. On the other hand, kids are smart. On the other hand, kids are stressed very early. Very early. Oh, in my country, kids are just running. they're just running. They're just running around and just playing. Not very serious, but I think kids here are so serious at a young age.
How do you think about it?
싫어. I think if I'm like a child, if I'm still an elementary student or like kinder, I would hate it. I would like to play. We're forced to study too much. On the good side, it's teaching the kids early, but I don't know. Are they gonna use it when they grow up? Are they gonna use it? Like, too much knowledge. Where are you gonna use it when you grow up? We don't know.
In Gangnam, there are a few high school students who eat drugs for studying. Because some drugs make them concentrating more good. So they eat drug for studying.
That's intense.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to go to SNU. I'm watching Sky Castle. Is this real? I think Sky Castle is exaggerated, but it has some truth to it. Yeah, it's just exaggerated, but somehow some parts are true in a way.
Not all students, but some people like.
Yeah, some.
When I was student, middle school or elementary school also, my parents forced studying to me. So at the time, I was so stressed. Before that, I liked studying, but after that, I didn't study. I was so stressed though.
Like if your parents are requiring you to study, you don't want to study. But if they don't care about you, you study.
Yeah.
Like, I'm doing whatever I want to study. But once they, like, you have to study, you have to study. No, I'm not, I'm not studying anymore. I think we're just hard-headed. We're stubborn. Kids are just stubborn. If you say don't do this, they will do it. But if you say do whatever you want, they do whatever they want.
So I heard that in high school, grade of Korean students is very highest grade about the math and science. But after graduate high school, they don't want to be scientist or mathist because that was just work for them. That was burden. So high score, but they
don't want to use it. That's what I'm saying. They don't want to use it.
They cannot keep doing their own work, so you need to make them like interesting, but like not by the force, you know. So, yeah, by themselves.
Okay, lastly, could you say a few words to those who want to come to Korea?
I think if you're planning to come here in South Korea, you have to be ready in a way. Like, you have to know yourself before coming here, because once you come here, because of the pressure, because everyone is competitive, everything is fast, you will be expected to be this kind of person here in Korea. So if you don't know yourself, you will probably feel a bit lost. But if you like know yourself well, you will not be swayed easily, I would say. So if you want to come here, just be ready about that. Like, don't be pressured about the Korean standard, I would say. It's good to be motivated, but don't be too pressured. Just enjoy your stay in Korea. Do whatever you want to do in here, and like enjoy the festivals. And if you want to come here, don't expect too much. Don't expect too much, because life here is not a K-drama. I haven't seen a prince. I haven't seen a Prince Charming yet. Where are they? Where's the Opadul? 없어요. I'm just kidding. But yeah, it's. Even the guys are not like the K-drama. It's a scam. No. Don't expect too much, but it's fun. It's fun to live here, but don't fantasize it. It's just the same country as yours, maybe. Like, it's just another country. Yeah, but you will have fun here. Just be ready to come here. Maybe if you're from a developing country, if your country is not as rich as Korea, you will be surprised by the prices here. Everything can be expensive. So be ready about that as well. So yeah, I think life here is nice. Life here is nice, but don't be too pressured. That's what I want to say. And don't believe in K-dramas.
They are top of Korean in K-drama. Yeah. So, just few people.
Yeah, they're like the top 1%.
Don't believe.